Welcome back, everybody, to Year 7 of the Oakland A's franchise on MLB The Show 23. Today, the plan is to take us through the end of April and get into May. We'll see exactly how far, if there's a big series or whatever storylines may arise with this team. But, of course, I want to move at a faster pace this year, and we're now 15 games into the year, feeling out the team this season. And we just finished up a really strong week of play. After a rough start offensively, we seem to be doing a lot better across the board. Hoping to see us show a bit more power today. Would like some more home runs from some of our big bats. And I want to keep an eye as well on the progress of rookie Yusniel Cruz, the 20-year-old #1 overall prospect. Early in the season, he is one of the top-performing rookies right now. There's also Darryl Enriquez of the Boston Red Sox, who is right now the early favorite for American League Rookie of the Year. And then Kobe Mayo, who does have 3 homers, playing third base for the Orioles. And here are the top rookies in the National League. Kyle Nelson, I believe we definitely got to see him in the last episode. Aaron Ayala at third base for the Cubs. He's a big bat on the rise for them. And Harvey O'Neill, the outfielder, who's already hitting .432. He's a D potential player, so that's kind of unfortunate. Those D potentials just drag ratings down, unfortunately. But like I said, want to move at a fast pace this year, and we're not going to waste a whole lot more time. We end up dropping this finale here to the Diamondbacks, but still take the series from them. It ended up being a really poor start for Joe Michael. He doesn't have too many of those, but we could not recover from it despite hitting 3 home runs, including Tyler Soderstrom. He just hit home runs 101. So there's another one of our milestones you can cross off for this year. Against the Cincinnati Reds, they take a series 2 out of 3 against us. And facing the Pirates, looks like Cam Cope has a shutout going now. So his starts this year have gone extremely well. We're getting so much depth out of him in these games. And now he's trying to go the full 9. Let's see if he can do it. Don't have to worry too much about giving up a base runner or 2. It's an 8-0 game. And he's only at 81 pitches. He might go Greg Maddux on him here and do it in under 100. In there to Connor Scott, and it's an 0-2 count. Popped up center field. Here comes Aaron Dawn, making the catch. Changeup drills the corner outside. It's an 0-2 count. Cope trying to work quick and missing to Edman. Oh, he tied him up. Strike 3. And a weak ground ball. 9 innings on less than 100 pitches. Mission accomplished for Cam Cope. A complete game shutout. The rookie is off to an outstanding start in his major league career. There was a reason for everybody to be excited for him, and there's been a lot of commenters I know that have waited for him to get his chance, and this was a 2-hit shutout. Outstanding job. And he did this one with only 4 strikeouts, so they clearly just could not make very good contact today, and it's his most dominant outing yet. So far, Cam Cope's been able to rack up 3 victories with a 1.78 ERA over his first 30 innings. And he's only giving up a .97 whip, 3 quality starts in 4 tries. And the one that wasn't was 6 innings, 4 runs allowed. That's still pretty good. Marco Da Silva suffers a minor injury. He should be okay, but we'll go on the injured list here for a little bit. And we beat the Pirates 10-5 in the next game. So continuing to get some of these breakout offensive performances. Yusniel Cruz goes yard, and we have a bunch of extra base hits in this game. Joe Michael, 5 innings, 5 runs allowed, but we managed to put up a lot of offense in this one. Ooh, Logan Gilbert suffered an injury in today's game, and this is going to actually cost us a couple of roster moves here, it looks like, and he's going to miss 1 to 2 months. So we're going to put him on the 15-day injured list then. He'll probably have to be on there a few times, but that immediately is going to force us to make a move. You got Joe Michael not pitching at his usual level right now. Ken Waldachuk struggling. Phillips' numbers are a little bit off right now. So it's Cam Cope, and now we got to fill a spot. Who's playing well down at AAA right now? We got George Williams, most innings down there. Joey Estes, Antonio Santiago, Henry Vasquez. So if we want to bring up somebody who's pitching hot right now, it's probably Williams, Estes, or Santiago. Williams has the best strikeout rate, but also the highest home run and walk rate allowed. Estes has the best FIP. He's a C potential player. We haven't really talked much about Joey Estes in this series. But also here you have to consider Henry Vasquez, who has a high strikeout rate. The advanced numbers on him are really good. So he has a higher ERA. He's given up a couple home runs, and if there are runners on base this early in the year, that can really skew numbers. Henry Vasquez at 77 overall. Is it worth getting a look at him finally? He's 22 years old. He's the highest rated of this group. We're not considering Elliott Hughes right now. He's actually kind of struggling, and you could consider maybe a move down to AA for him if there's a swap we want to make there. But Henry Vasquez will be added to the 40-man roster, and it looks like he's going to be set to make his major league debut. Playing a tight one here against the Mets, and this is a dangerous spot here for Aaron Ashby. And we end up forcing extras and winning this one, getting us to 13-10 on the season. So Ashby ends up cleaning that inning up, and Penn Murphy gets save number 8. It was a better start as well for Cole Phillips, and we need that the way the rotation's looking right now. Cam Cope comes back for his next start, and he is dealt a loss, going 3 2/3, giving up 5 runs. Not his usual form in this one. And that leads us into the series finale here against the Mets, where Henry Vasquez is set to make his MLB debut. Vasquez throws a mid-90s fastball, a two-seamer, a changeup, slider, and then a sinker. And nothing really stands out in terms of like velocity or control. He just seems to have, kind of average skills there with all 5 of his pitches, and hopefully all 5 are an option today as we take on the New York Mets. And we go bottom 1. The rookie has got a little run support already, and Vasquez steps in. Harvey O'Neill is the leadoff man for the Mets, and we're off and running. Vasquez almost got called up actually a couple years ago. He was playing so well at AA or AAA. Can't remember exactly what all went into it not happening at that time, but I've been really intrigued with him and just waiting for the right time. Obviously, with an injury, things gotta happen now, and that is down the line. It should just be a single. And I think after this game, maybe diving into some of the splits and exploring how our lineup's performing, if any changes have to be made. We're now over 20 games into the year, so a better sample to make decisions off of. And 0-2 here on Luis Gonzalez, who's one of the top players with the Mets. The 0-2 from Vasquez popped up. Ground ball, that's headed to third. Out there. Not double play. Brian Reynolds, Rockies franchise legend. 306 average. High fastball swung on and missed. Vasquez gets him to chase, and that's his first big league strikeout against a pretty good hitter. And that brings up Ryan Mountcastle. Talked about the Orioles last episode and all their players moving on to new teams. Mountcastle, if I remember correctly, he was with the Mariners last year after the deadline, right? And he must have left in free agency. The 1-2. Got him! 2 strikeouts in a row, and Vasquez puts up a 0. Brandon Lau. Last thing I want to see is somebody from that Rays team that beat us last year. He had some big moments. Lau out in front, 0-2. Vasquez, 3 in a row. And that's part of why I picked him over the other players. He has the strikeout stuff. Jason Dominguez. Fastball is in there. And swung on and missed again. Vasquez with some swing and miss stuff. Missing with the sinker. Did he go on that? He does! It's 4 straight strikeouts. No big deal, just setting down the best hitters in this lineup one after another. 4 strikeouts for Henry Vasquez. Logan O'Hoppe, ground ball breaking the streak, but ending the inning. Good fastball. He hits 95 on this one to Jet Williams. Lost a grip on his changeup there. And he chases that one. The sinker gets strikeout number 5. This is pretty impressive right here. Always fun to see these debuts. Vasquez really making the most out of his. That's lifted to right. Easy play. Sinker swung on and missed. Harvey O'Neal's down 2 strikes. And Vasquez gets him to pop up. Ooh. Still got a chance to strike him out, I guess. And not going to happen, but 3 straight zeros. So he gave up a hit to the first batter he faced, and it's been 10 straight set down afterwards. Reynolds, the first strikeout victim, a strike away from doing it again, but he holds back. Standing update down below. The West is extremely tight. Every team looks to be in it right now. Reynolds, the other way. Good piece of hitting. And then you got the NL West, which is already dominated by the Dodgers by 6.5 games. Seems to always be the case. Where are my Rockies? Mountcastle out in front of that one. And it's the fastball getting him looking. Henry Vasquez really impressing in his major league debut. We got 7 runs on the board as well, so a really good setup here to try and take this series from New York. Under that one, 0-2 on Brandon Lau. Just off the corner. And that one just misses low to Lau. 2-2. And this one is ripped to the gap, and it is out of reach. Reynolds hustling his way to third base. He'll be waived. And Henry Vasquez has given up his first big league earned run. Dominguez, nice play at second, and a rise throw pulled Vladdy off of first. An error to extend the inning now. Just want to get this one over with at this point. 2 quick strikes. Popped him up. So after giving up the 1, Vasquez settles things down, and we're through 4. Another check swing that they go around on. The sinker has actually been like a lot more effective than I expected. Slider puts away Williams. We haven't seen many counts like this, though. 3-1. See if Vasquez can get back in this. And he gets the sinker, swing and miss. And 3-2. Fastball misses in. And now falling behind Harvey O'Neill, 2-0. And he gets the roller, quickly cut off. That is a double play. And it should afford him a 6th inning. Ooh, give him that one, man. That's an excellent pitch. 2-1 to Gonzalez, and fouled off the sinker. We're going to throw 1-2 strikes now, and it's low. We'll go in the other direction and walk him. And a weak one there. Going to get the out at 2 and the double play. Vasquez gets another double play. 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. And now Mountcastle. Ooh, that's dangerous, and belted to left center. Headed to the wall with Cruz waiting for it. 6 good innings from the rookie Henry Vasquez. We'll see if that's it for his major league debut. And it will not be. Leaving him in for the 7th, it looks like. Cam Cope's debut was a 7-inning outing. And Vasquez trying to match him. Clipped it. There's a good strike. 2-2. It is a line drive base hit. Dominguez quickly to third. Another double play. 3 straight innings. Henry Vasquez gets one. Vargas seems to do a good job starting those for us. And now, Hoppy. Haven't gotten a strikeout here in a while. I'd love to finish with one. And this is going to be pitch 100. Strike 3. That's a perfect debut right there for Henry Vasquez. In his major league debut, Henry Vasquez gives the A's an excellent start. We put together a great day of offense, and we get a much-needed series win on the road. Vasquez picks up the victory, and he went 7 innings, throwing exactly 100 pitches, striking out 8. Want to check the analysis on his day. And really, all the pitches outside of the changeup were working pretty well today. And I was really impressed with the sinker. So if we want to look at swing and miss stuff, misses. The sinker got 5 misses. The fastball, the 4-seamer had 7. The 2-seamer had 1. So the slider, that wasn't working as well as I would like. The same with the changeup. But the fastballs and sinkers, that was all he really needed in this one. And we got batters to chase today 16 times. That's not bad. Taking a look now at our starting lineup and how everybody is performing. So we've got Aaron Don in the leadoff role on a hot streak right now, hitting near 300. Not showing off a whole lot of power this year in terms of home runs. We'll see if that eventually picks up, but just 1 so far in 24 games. Going to be hard to match his pace of a year ago with that kind of a start. Luis Arraez is hitting 273. The main thing I wanted to see, too, was like the lefty splits and how some of those are going. Franmil Reyes, cold streak right now, but 5 homers, 274 average. Guerrero, 3 homers, and a 250 average. So definitely not used to these numbers. Everything really dropping off for him. Average, on base, slugging. And of course, next year is all up to him if that $17 million is going to be enough. Tyler Soderstrom, 235. So also kind of disappointing here. 388 slugging is not really normal for him. Just 7 extra base hits. Go to Yusniel Cruz, and he's found his first big league cold streak. His average is dipping under 200 now. And obviously, you know, we just need to give him time and repetitions to continue getting better. But maybe move down in the order if he's not going to be outperforming a guy like Miguel Vargas, who's doing an outstanding job. And you've got Trey Sweeney hitting 300. Cruz probably should just hit 9th. And I think we can also consider shaking up the middle here and maybe knocking Guerrero down a little bit. And, I mean, you can't have all these 300s in the bottom third of the order. So I'm thinking here maybe Vargas and Arise get swapped. Maybe Arise starts hitting a little bit lower in the order here. It's kind of hard to set this up perfectly. I might even move Guerrero down to the 6th spot. But also, Soderstrom's not really doing that great, so do you want Sweeney maybe in that cleanup role for a little bit and see if things get sorted out that way? But let's take a look here against left-handed pitching. Zach Geloff, as you expect, he is doing well. The same is true for Vargas and Carlson. These three are all specialists, and they're doing their jobs. Vladdy's hitting 250. Royce Lewis hitting 250. It's Aaron Don not doing great. Yusniel Cruz and Franmil Reyes, oddly enough. Arise, Sweeney, Soderstrom, those guys are indeed struggling a lot against left-handed pitching. I think it's worth it then to consider playing Lewis against lefties as opposed to Sweeney, getting him that day off. And maybe for now, getting Cabrera a few starts. Like, we don't face lefties all that often anyway. But while Cruz is cold here, maybe we'll take him out of that spot for just a little bit. And as far as the bullpen goes, you got Aaron Ashby, who's pitching at a high level still, 2.35 ERA, a 1.09 whip. Andre Palante, his numbers look all right. Haynes, he's looking really good so far. Very low whip allowed and only 2 runs in 12 2/3 innings. I think the bullpen's in excellent shape at the moment. No blown saves for Penn Murphy. I think all 8 players are carrying their own weight right now. So that's going to take us to the final series of the opening month, and it's the World Series rematch against the Rays, who have opened the year 11-14. So they're not playing their best ball right now, and they find themselves, it's the East, in 4th place. The Red Sox are out in 1st at the moment. So Joe Michael gets to face the Rays again, and he's looking to go the distance. The last time we faced this team, things did not go well, but look what Michael's doing this time. A 1-0 game. We're hoping it's all we need today as Michael tries to go complete game shutout. We already got one from Cam Cope in this episode. Fly ball right field, a full step in, and then recovering is Carlson. Murphy's getting warm in case things get a little dicey here. 2-0 count on Carson Williams. Michael now north of 100 pitches. And a blast to center field. Going back is Dawn. At the wall, it is gone! And the Rays tie it up at 1. It will not be a Joe Michael shutout. Unbelievable how clutch this team can be against us. So it's Carson Williams forcing extra innings on the solo homer. And now we see what we have in store, 10th inning. Eric Lauer, there's a lefty. And Franmil Reyes is the batter. Big cut there. He's over the top. And then he gets jammed behind second. It is caught by Urias. And Trey Sweeney is probably not who we want here against a lefty in Lauer. We just had Royce Lewis sub in as a pinch runner. It might have been better to use him as a pinch hitter in this situation. Sweeney's down 0-2. And he strikes out on the high fastball. Well, if there's somebody you do want up in this spot, I think this is the guy. Dylan Carlson. Although he's only hit 115 with runners in scoring position this year. But against the lefty, he's maybe the best guy we have. And he rips a single into center field. The game will be untied as Royce Lewis scores. And if Vladdy can do anything here, that would be excellent. He skies it to center, and we'll see if one is enough. It's Penn Murphy. 9th save attempt of the season. This will be his most difficult. The defending champions who have an extra inning runner already in scoring position. I know if that run scores, it's not earned, but I'm assuming that it would still be a blown save. It's kind of unfortunate, but I don't think there's any better way to handle that. Like, I don't think you disregard it if it's a blown save. And, of course, I'm not happy here to see Randy Arozarena lead the inning off because he had some really big moments back in the ALCS. Wasn't he, like, World Series MVP as well or something? Like, these are the moments where Randy Arozarena is his best. Murphy's 2-2 is in the air, left field, hit pretty well, sending Cruz out. He makes the catch, and he is tested, right? Yes, the runner moved up to third. Adalberto Mondesi. So they brought over him and MJ Melendez using the Royals. They ran the squeeze. The CPU's biggest issue in this game is their affinity for that play. We just went from like a coin flip almost of going to the 11th inning to a much better chance of closing this out. He still put a bunt down with 2 outs in the 10th. Like, that's just ridiculous. It also might have been his best chance to reach. Jazz Chisholm, though, with Murphy trying to end things. And he's fouled it back. Runner takes off. Soderstrom. No, he doesn't get him. A base hit would tie the game. Chisholm right to short. The game is over. Another save. And we recover following the solo homer given up by Joe Michael. Dylan Carlson's the hero. Very happy to get that victory. Move us to 15-11. But then we're shut out the very next day. 6-0. And this was Ken Waldachuk going 6 2/3. But in the game of baseball, it's pretty hard to win if you don't score. In the final game of this series, it's going down to the wire with Murphy trying to get another save. So here we are, bottom 9 in a 5-4 game. Game of the week. Sunday night baseball here. Tying runs at first base. 1 gone already in the inning. Murphy is 9 for 9 on save attempts this year. Hey, good news down there with Yusniel Cruz ending that little slump. Had a 3-hit day against the Rays. Just off there. Luis Toribio had a 3-homer day against the Cubs. Who needs Ohtani and Trout anymore when you got Luis Toribio hitting 3? Oh, give him that one, man. All right, that one's in there, in the wheelhouse a bit. 2-2. Murphy misses up, and it's a full count with Gavin Sheets on deck. Murphy misses outside. 2-on, tying run at second. Gavin Sheets now. 15th pitch. Got the corner. Murphy missing inside on the slider. He just threw that same pitch basically twice in a row. So Sheets ahead 2-1. It is pop back. That's the one that can end the game. The slider ain't there. I don't think you should be throwing that right now. The 2-2 inside. 4 straight sliders. And now you got to throw your best stuff 3-2. Wow, that was a really good one too. Sheets fights it off, forces Murphy to now throw his 21st pitch of the day. And he popped him up. Infield fly, second out, a huge one. And he was going to ride or die with that slider. That took some guts. David Richardson, game on the line. Another slider, it misses in. There's a fastball. But he's clearly trying to work the off-speed stuff a lot more heavily. Getting up there pitch count-wise. And away from Richardson. We're in second place right now behind the Astros. A quick win here would get us a half game back. Murphy. 1-2. Off the plate. Anticipation building. Murphy misses. And the runners will leave early. Another full count. Popped him up. Guerrero is over. A's win it. And take the series from the Rays. It is not as sweet as the ALCS, but I guess it's the next best thing if this is all we got. We beat them on the road, 2 out of 3. And we'll see if there's more big meetings down the way. Back-to-back nail-biting victories. Well, not back-to-back, but 2 of the 3 games were nail-biting wins. And the first month of the season is now over with, 16-12. I like to do a little update down at the minor league level now, and we'll start at Double-A. And Luis Estrella leads us in home runs there with 6. His power is on the rise. He's also hitting 165. So if you want like Joey Gallo with wheels, that's kind of what he's trying to do right now. Manny Reyes is hitting 327. His hitting skills are phenomenal. I just want to see him continue to dominate down here at the Double-A level. Got Forrest Battle, another player I'm extremely excited about. And hopefully he can raise his contact skills. And with his 290 average, I'd hope that gives him a chance to do that sometime soon. The starting pitching down here has been really hit or miss. And Eddie Enriquez is off to a poor start. He's a 20-year-old I'm really excited about, but obviously not pitching at the level he'd like right now. Ronan Schuster is doing well. And last year's first-round pick, Gerald Landis, he's doing a fine job thus far, using Joe Michael's glove. At the Triple-A level, we'll go back to the offense, and we're seeing Josh Smith clobber 4 home runs and play himself to that point where he might be like the next man up if there's ever an injury. He hasn't played in the bigs since 2024. He stayed patient. Deshaun Knowles is doing a fine job, but has entered a cold streak, it seems. Robert Puisson another year where his offense seems to be right. And we'll see if his time is coming up at all. Reggie Rankin, 284. He's a high on-base guy there that I'm really excited about at the same time. Max Muncy struggling. Ouch. And it's not like his highs at the bigs were so high that you're going to, you know, just like give him a starting job again. Like, he was solid last year, but that's not enough. And for pitching down there, so George Williams continues to do a pretty good job. Elliott Hughes, the numbers are getting better as he gets hot. And Gregorio Uribe ended up at AAA instead of AA, and he's pitching well. And I just want him to continue doing that. With the way our bullpen's performing right now at the majors, geez, Lerma, those numbers are ugly. The way our big league bullpen is looking, there's not going to be a roster move for performance anytime soon. Our highest ERA there is barely a 4. And Penn Murphy, by the way, 10 innings, 10 saves, no runs allowed. I mean, that's reliever of the year stuff. The month of May has now arrived. Aaron Ashby in a tie game. Looks like the Angels are trying to walk us off, and they do not. Again, Ashby gets us 2 extras, and we take the game. That's huge. Cam Cope goes 6. Penn Murphy, 11 saves. Then it's Henry Vasquez getting start number 2. And we got ourselves a close one here. We might not do a traditional experience today as far as like doing a full game. It might just be bits and pieces as we cover a lot more ground. Good evening to those joining. Let me know if you like the episode being like this. I'm going to spectate this. That's how I like to handle games in progress. And now I am also recording things. I'm trying to be ahead of schedule, and especially here, it's like Thanksgiving week as I record, so I want things done in advance. And I'm not going to see feedback immediately as Geloff drills one down the line, but it's clearly foul. So I'm trying to do a better job pumping out more of these episodes, and to do that, I got to be kind of ahead of schedule, and I can't just, like, post an episode, see the feedback. Ooh, strike 3. So there might be some feedback that I want to respond to, but it's going to be like in another video because I'm working on another one before I ever even see it. Miguel Cabrera. The bases are loaded. Can you give us something here? He's late. Big breaking ball, it clips the edge. And now Cabrera's got to protect. Lacey, 1-2. Ooh. Didn't miss by much. The count on Cabrera has run full. And he takes a walk. He's got excellent discipline, and that walk drives home a run. Big time walk there by Miguel Cabrera. We could use more, though. Aaron Don. Lefty on lefty. 0 for 2 on the day, and he gets the bunt down. Cabrera's hung up. Out at home. Does anybody know what they're doing right now? I think that everybody thought that might be caught. And so they were in a tough spot. Wow. That was a very confusing play. Tyler Soderstrom now has the bases loaded. He puts it on the ground right to short, and the inning comes to an end. We'll continue playing these tight one-run games, it appears. And here comes Jordan Romano. This signing, along with the Murphy signing, have both worked very well in our favor. We had to fix up this bullpen after losing Joan Duran. We had a chance to add 2 good players, and they're both playing excellent baseball. Zach Neto singles into center field. And here's their top player, O'Neal Cruz, in the 3 spots. Fastball in. I wonder where Trout hits in this order now, because He's actually not the player he once was. Can still hit a little bit. 0-1 with Neto going! Cruz deep to right! And the Angels take the lead. Yikes. A big fly from O'Neal Cruz, his 8th of the year. And it's the Angels who take a 3-2 lead. Trout hits 4th. So Romano not having the outing he was hoping for. And now Murphy probably, well, he's not even guaranteed to get a 9th inning. That will go in the books, though, as a blown save for Jordan Romano. And he's only going to face 3 batters. They just put in Kendrick Haynes. They saw enough after the single and the home run. And a strikeout of Arenado. He is sharp right now, Kendrick Haynes. He's been one of our best relievers this season. And he strikes him out. We'll head to the 9th inning, and we got to score again. We'll see if the A's offense can come up clutch. We've had some luck on our side in a few of these close games. We'll see if we have any more. We'll face Camilo Duvall. Royce Lewis leads things off in the 9th inning. Duvall is 8 for 9 on save attempts this season. Chasing is Lewis. That could have been 3-1. Instead, 2-2. And he looks at strike 3. I've not been thrilled with the at-bats we've seen from Lewis in these spectated performances. Dylan Carlson now with 1 gone, and again, he's become somebody that we're actually relying on. It all started back in last year's postseason, and it's carried over to the first month of this year, which is incredible. This one's lifted towards left, heading back and tracked down by Straw. That means the game is left up to Luis Arraez. 248 average, that continues to fall. Lined into center field, and the game ain't over yet. Arraez will stay at first, representing the tying run, and that gives a chance to Franmil Reyes. Hit the corner. Beautiful pitch from Duvall. But he is behind Reyes. 2-1. He got him with a cutter there. The count's even. 2-2. Popped him up. The Angels take this one thanks to an O'Neal Cruz 2-run blast in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that will drop us out of our first place tie with the Houston Astros. Joe Michael gets the next game as we look to win our 4th consecutive series, and we are unable to do so. 6-2, Michael goes 5, giving up just 2. Bats got a little bit cold in this one. Sam Bachman had a good start. Duvall got his 10th save. That'll take us into a series now against the Texas Rangers. First game, a 2-2 game, bottom 9. Rangers end up taking this one. Final score 3-2. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot about the scouting here this season just because it's hard to say at this point if these draft classes are going to factor into the series in a major way. But I did want to point out here, there's a player not even ranked that's 20th on our board. We did discovery for outfielders, and Zach Mortensen here. This is a guy we're going to have to get some more information on. Upside looks off the charts with him. Logan Gilbert can be reinstated, but he's not coming back anytime soon. We end up winning this series against the Texas Rangers, dropping 11 runs on them here in the series finale. And we did that with 2 homers from Franmil Reyes and Tyler Soderstrom. Cam Cope goes 7 again. He gave up 5, so not his best outing. And then we're back to take on the Seattle Mariners now. I believe our first series against them this season. And it's Henry Vasquez helping pitch us to a victory 9-5. They did get some runs off of him early. 4 runs in 4 innings. But then you got Ashby picking things up. It's so big having Ashby. He just comes in and cleans these games up. He can go multiple innings all the time. Ricky Griggs also got in there. A little bit concerned with some of Joe Michael's starts. Like, he's been really inconsistent. We do win this game 6-1. So clearly Michael didn't give up a lot in this game. 8 innings, 1 run. That is more like it. Homers from Don Cabrera arise. So already winning this series against Seattle, why not sweep them? And we beat Soroka. Wow. This would have been a really good game to probably play. Soroka, 5 1/3, 4 runs allowed. I'm sure we'll have a chance to face him again later. We find ourselves right now, at least temporarily, in first place. I feel pretty good. 37 games into the season, seeing that, last year is not appearing to be a fluke. We're maintaining success. We might not be as dynamic offensively right now. They're, underperforming there, I'd say a bit. Very league average. But if we can be first place with the offense not quite playing to their potential, then maybe that means we've done something right here when it comes to our pitching. The Cubs still have the best league ERA. It's not sub-2 anymore, but ours is in 4th place. I think a big reason for that is our bullpen is shut down. The bullpen's been outstanding. Like, if you look at the top performers here for all these teams, there are guys with sub-2, sub-3 ERAs. We don't have that. Our best ERA is a 3.7. So clearly it's because no one is just, holding us back, or a bad bullpen. The bullpen looks to be really solid. For blown saves, we've only blown 4. So we're among the best there at closing games out. Cubs got to have the best pitching, though. If their team ERA is that good, their starting rotation is nasty, and they're just not blowing games late either. We're second in runs allowed behind the Cubs. That's pretty impressive, and tied for least homers allowed. The pitching is doing all right. Really impressed with Kendrick Haynes' play so far. I don't know why his K/9 is dropping. 14 strikeouts, 16 innings. That's a little over rated there. I don't think that's enough to bring him down. Taking on the Guardians here on the road, and their pitching shuts us down the first 2 games of the series. We got Game of the Week here again on Sunday night. Primetime baseball for the A's. We take on the Guardians, and we're going player lock here with Yusniel Cruz to talk about the rookie's progress this season. Trying to avoid the sweep here against Cleveland, taking on Cal Quantrill. His numbers are really impressive. And we got Henry Vasquez on the mound. So the rookie, now I think getting start number 4 already in this video. He's done a really good job racking up strikeouts. Fly ball towards Cruz, and that one's taken care of. But the 20-year-old Yusniel Cruz is hitting .241 with 2 homers and 15 RBIs. I expected maybe a little more power on display. I think we'll just have to stay patient. The ratings are good. Ooh, first swing of the day is not a good one. But hopefully we don't see his ratings fall as a result. I don't think they are yet. That one's outside. 3-1. Aaron Don's on deck. He's got 3 homers now. This team is just not hitting all that many home runs this season across the board. And Cruz draws a 5-pitch walk. See if we can break through here in the third inning. We got Dawn in that leadoff role, and he's under this one. Flied right field, and it's caught. And then Miguel Vargas. 2 gone, 1-2. He grounds it. 2 short. And they got Cruz at second base. We move top 5, and the score holds. 0-0. And it's Cruz with the man on. Strike 1. I did think with his ratings he might be a little more likely to hit the ground running. It's foul. But I think he's still performing well, and it takes a couple years for a lot of these guys. You know, we saw Aaron Don's game transform last season. Good cutter from Quantrill. Not much scoring going on here in Cleveland, but we did find a couple. But now we got to deal with Ronald Acuna Jr. Why don't I take a step back? Henry Vasquez. 5 good innings so far. Will that continue here? Hey, I was right. Cruz is under it. That's up in the air a long time. And with 2 gone, Henry Vasquez pitching to Tyler Freeman, representing the tying run. In the gap, it is Cruz, and he gets there. 6 shutout innings. Filling in for Logan Gilbert, and outplaying him is Henry Vasquez. I had a lot of options there for guys to call up. It looks like I made the right one. Ooh, blown by him at 96. We're into the Cleveland bullpen in a 2-0 game. Count on Cruz, 2-2. And a piece. Got to do more than just fight off pitches right down the middle, though. 3-2. Thought that might go outside for a second. Ugly strikeout there, and now Vasquez with 2 aboard in the 7th as he's kept in the game. He does have good stamina, so they're really making him go the distance here. And this one is belted into left field, and it's going to be Cruz. There's his arm on display to third base, work in progress. And we head to the 9th. It is a 4-0 lead. So if Vasquez ended after 7, it's another brilliant outing for him, giving us a tremendous boost in his major league first month. And perhaps that creates a dilemma. Like, if he keeps this up, what happens when Gilbert returns? Like, what is his new role? 1 and 2. I knew it. Maybe it's better I don't do a full game today, but you know what? Didn't have to do anything here. A's pick up a 4-0 victory. Vasquez struck out 14 batters. 8 1/3, 14 strikeouts, 1 hit. Are you kidding me? He's not just pitching great, he's pitching out of his mind. So this is officially the Henry Vasquez episode. This guy is hot. 25 innings, 38 strikeouts, a 2.13 ERA. I know he's got only C potential and he's 77 overall, but guys like that can just keep performing and have good, long careers. We'll see if his spot here in this rotation is temporary, because you do not take away opportunities from a guy playing this well. We are now a good quarter of the way into the season after just a few episodes, and we're not really tied here with the Angels. Our win percentage is better. The Astros are 2-8 over their last 10, really slumping, as the Angels are 24-18. We are 23-17. The West not looking quite as strong now. In the Central, the Twins are 26-16. They're playing better than I expected. The Red Sox are 26-16. And then in the National League, the Dodgers 27-14. Big lead already built up there. Brewers 22-19, Phillies 25-15. So we are still among the best in baseball. I'd love to see like a power rankings in here too. That'd be pretty cool if they did like dynamic power rankings throughout the season. Domingo Acevedo got waived. That's sad. He had so many good moments for us in this series. So Logan Gilbert is still going to be on the injured list, it looks like, for a while. I think we're going to get to see a lot of starts out of Henry Vasquez before any decisions have to be made. And it's going to be tough because I don't know that you just throw him into the bullpen. I mean, could you? Sure. Like, who would you send down? But if he keeps pitching like this, he's not leaving the rotation. It might force a guy like Phillips down. He's got an option. Phillips has a good strikeout rate. His advanced numbers, though, are pretty favorable. Whatever. Good problem to have. I'd rather have Vasquez play well and make tough decisions than have him struggle and have an easy decision to just bring back, Gilbert and do business as usual. So as I take a look at things right now, the pitching looks to be in really good hands. But now you wonder if the offense needs a boost of some sort. We certainly aren't hitting for the power that we're used to. The offense is just kind of meh as a whole. Dylan Carlson's average is in the tank suddenly. Is he back to the old Dylan Carlson? Because I liked the new guy. Trace Sweeney hitting 286. I definitely don't think this is bad. And I feel like we can easily have the next 40 games better offense than our first 40. On the bench here, haven't seen much from Susac. Cabrera's doing a good job. Royce Lewis is not, so I don't think he really needs a whole lot of playing time right now, and maybe starting at short isn't actually a good call with him. Geloff can't play short, unfortunately, and neither can Vargas, so we're just short on guys that can get reps in there. Arise can, but is it worth it? Probably not. Just play Sweeney, see if he'll get out of the funk. And then with Cruz, if his numbers against lefties are getting better, then I would put him back in against lefties. Otherwise, we'll just continue to platoon. And he's hitting 259. I think he might need those at-bats, but at the same time, if the offense is kind of underperforming, taking away reps from a guy like Cabrera, who is 413 on base, you don't take that guy out. And we definitely don't want Carlson, I think, up here if he's playing the way he is. So let's take a look at his average against lefties, and maybe it's just Cabrera's time. 308, and then Carlson 235. So we're going to mix that up against lefties. Cabrera to the very top. Miguel Vargas, Reyes, Guerrero, Geloff. Yeah. This team needs a lefty masher on a full-time basis. And, with Dylan Carlson's ratings, you'd like him to be the guy, wouldn't you? So what I'm going to do here then probably is take out Aaron Dawn against lefties for the time being and get Cruz some extra ABs there. Because Dawn's only hitting 167 and power versus lefties is going down. We covered a lot of ground today. I enjoyed this episode. I'll probably get a full game in the next one, though, and we'll get into a fun matchup if we come across one. Maybe the Angels series. They're in first place. But I hope that you like the faster pace that we're going to be on here. And I'm doing my best to get these episodes out at a better rate. Perhaps this week with Thanksgiving, it'll be a little bit different. I'm not even sure yet if I want to post on Thanksgiving because I don't expect it to be a great day to try and get views on stuff. So I might just wait till Friday. But regardless, I'm having fun, having a great time with this series. I hope you all are as well. Please leave a like if you're enjoying the action and leave your thoughts down below. I appreciate all the support in this series as we approach 100 episodes. It really shouldn't be far away. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and the A's will return again soon. Have a great day. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Although you might not see this till after Thanksgiving.